Today we're looking at this monstrosity. It's a huge pot I found behind the shed, just left for dead by my parents last summer. It's just full of compost, and the only plant left in it is this little fella. It seems to still be alive, and I think it's a fuchsia. It looks interesting enough, so I think I'll save it. I hate to see plants just die. I started by trying to rake away some dirt, which is a waste of time with pure compost like this. So I just dug down a bit and surprisingly it just sort of popped out. I really wasn't ready for that, it just sort of came out in one solid lump. So yeah, luckily that wasn't very difficult. It looks a bit better now it's out of that huge pot. I think this could be cool if it survives. So let's get it cleaned up and see what we've actually got here. After a wash, this is what we're left with. Pretty much nothing. It had that whole huge pot to grow in and this is all we got. I think that speaks volumes about why you should use good soil mix and not just pure compost. So anyway, I'm going to plant it into this pot as it was all I had to hand. It's a bit small, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I filled the bottom with a thin layer of grit for drainage, and then put my normal mix on top. And here it is potted up, with the top missing. It might have looked like this before. Basically it was too long and tall, it kept falling over. Because it had no real root structures, so it couldn't support itself upright. So the top had to go, and then most of the rest had to go too. Those small amount of roots are not going to be able to support that foliage well enough. This was the middle of the summer, so it was going to be moved from behind the shady shed into the summer sun. So it really looks like nothing now, but at least now it's got the chance to survive. There are still a lot of T branches and little issues like that, but I can sort them out later. So for the rest of the year, I just left it to grow, and as you can see by January, it lost its leaves, but you can see it growing well. By April, it already leafed out and was growing again. I didn't prune it over winter, and I'm not going to repot it either. The rescue mission was only like 8 months ago, so it needs time to fully recover and settle in. There is no point repotting it again so quickly. In May it was growing well. It looks like the trunk might have thickened up a bit, so that's good. If you haven't realised by now, this was the tree that I added the moss to in my How to Moss video. I didn't show the tree in that video, just the pot, but maybe you recognise it. In July it was confirmed that this was indeed a fuchsia, as it flowered, so that was cool. As you can see, it's quite long and leggy, so I'm guessing the flowers only grow at the long tips. But I'll have to look into that. By the end of July, more flowers had started to form. This is going crazy now. In August it had quite a few flowers actually open. It certainly looks a lot better now compared to this time last year when I found it. I'm really happy I rescued it. In September it's still flowering, although it's pretty much stopped growing. But that's totally fine, it's done really well this year. In October it started to lose its leaves. They go a yellow colour, it's nothing special but it's still nice enough. And here it is in November. I can't wait to get in and prune this back and see what we've got in late winter. And of course you'll see that in the next video about this tree. Thanks for watching, see you next time.